Alright, welcome back guys to another Lord Bane video. And today we're going to be looking at a team with this Datacron that I've kind of pushed ahead. I kind of ran out of time to do it when I first saw it. And yeah, I've just got it in my back pocket for the last couple of weeks. And for a few lucky people on stream, I've been able to tease some of this video actually. But today is going to be regarding a team I didn't personally think of to counter something pretty big. So credit where credit is due. I actually first saw this, what I'm going to show you today, over on Matadork's channel here. Go check him out on YouTube. Give him some support, 58 subscribers. He's got some really nice videos, and actually something that really caught my attention was a couple of weeks ago, oh now a month, General Grievous, the general of the droid army himself, with this Datacron, can beat Leia. And he goes to show a recording of that, not very clean, but I think it was might have been his first win using that team. And yeah, I saw that and I was like, man, I want to be able to do that myself. So today we're gonna try and do this. I have already done it. I'm going to show you some video footage of what it looks like. Cheers again to Matadork, guys. Go check him out on YouTube. Yeah, good content. He does have a good video there with Droidica Omicron versing Ray. Check that out, guys. Very, very cool. Thanks, Madork, and we might come back to you later. So, what makes General Grievous so good? Particularly as we move into the 5v5 Grand Arena season, you guys are those guys with Leia out there. You want to be careful in what comp you place. Because just chucking down a Leia with some, low tier, I should say, rebels, is going to leave the door open for very, very cheap counters if you have the Datacron to support it. So, looking here in our set 14, we have this level 6 here that is basically just calling out Grievous. There's a lot of text set, but basically you get one. I will say there's a couple important things in this Datacron, and you only really need the level 6 to make this work. So I'll kind of like word it out in chunks for you, and I'll tell you what it does for each segment of the battle as we watch it. So at the start of each Separatist ally's turn, inflict target lock on a random enemy that doesn't already have it for one turn, which cannot be resisted. Now, this is incredibly important. The most important part about this is it says at the end there, can't be resisted. Now, that means any sort of tenacity up, any sort of baked in tenacity stats, it doesn't matter. We're going to land target lock. And target lock, if you don't know, Grievous's bleed. Every time you hit a target lock enemy, you're gaining a heap of turn meter. Now, so if we're able to get target lock out there and it sticks, that creates turn meter potential for us to gain. Now, moving on here. Whenever a Separatist ally gains bonus turn meter, now, in a Grievous team, when you're hitting target lock, you're getting bonus turn meter. So we're going to be gaining turn meter pretty much every single turn. And they didn't have 100% turn meter, which we're going to have most of the time, as in like below 100%. You're only going to be at 100% when you're taking your turn. So you're going to miss out on 3% every time you take a turn. But those turns those characters are not taking a turn, you're gaining 3% critical damage, which is huge. Now, if you can imagine, every time you hit a target lock on each enemy, you're gaining turn meter, right? So let's just say you do an AoE with B1 Battle Droid, which you're going to do every single time. You're hitting 5 characters, and all of your other allies aren't at 100% turn meter because they're not taking a turn, if you know what I mean. So you're going to gain, 5 threes are 15? 15% turn meter think that's how it works. I think whenever a separate ally is against bonus turn meter. Yeah, so you're going to gain 15% crit damage because you're gaining bonus turn meter based on the 5 hits of target lock you hit on the enemy. So every time you do an AoE, bam, 15%, 15%, 15%. So you can think of General Grievous AoE, the Super Battle Droid AoE, the Magma Trooper, Magma Guard AoE, B1's AoE, even Newt Gunray's unique ability when he I think when he hits the max health damage, that hits the target lock. I still think that counts as damage. So there you go. Pretty much every single one of your droid or Newt Gunray allies is gonna be pumping you heaps with critical damage. And as we read on here, if the target enemy is target locked, whenever Separatist allies use a special ability, which is pretty much constantly, so B1, he's always using a special. Grievous uses specials very, very often, especially when he gets the bonus turns when his enemies die. His allies die. We're going to gain 3% max health stacking. Now, this is so important because General Grievous's... Oh, hello. It's really important because Grievous's max health is based off... Grievous's damage is based off his max health. So this 3% stacking is going to get to a point where Grievous is hitting for huge amounts of damage. And this critical damage in conjunction with that is going to make Grievous hit like an absolute animal. So, keeping all of that in mind, I have some footage for you. Let me just close the game so we can run the video a lot cleaner. And here we are. So let's play this video out. It's in 2x speed. See if you can keep up. So this is versus a Leia comp with Rex and Chewbacca. And as you can see, we've already got a heap of target lock on everyone. Apologies if this is moving fast, but I have a heap of footage for you guys to watch. So when we put Extortion out, we want to make sure we're doing the Mass Swarm on the Extortion so we can take advantage of those 5 call to assist hits on the target lock. I could have probably skipped out the Extortion there to reduce our cooldowns for that Motivate, but that's not a big deal. So the biggest issue I find with this counter, look, we're almost done this battle, and it's only been probably like just over a minute. Great team. With the Datacron, it works so well. There is a bit of a catch though, so there's our first battle there. Let's get our next battle up and put it in 2x speed. So the biggest problem with this counter is it only works against very, very specific comps of Leia. Those with Captain Rex make it really hard, but I have one with him. Old Ben though, like, just throws a wrench in it. I think because he gains too much turn meter and then he gives it to the rest of the team and slows us down with that mind trick. And if we're not able to get chip into Leia quick enough, she's going to get ultimate, and that basically ruins us. But we can if we can focus on Leia and kill out even Drogon or R2, it makes the battle a lot easier. I lost B2 in this battle, but I think we still pull through a win because Grievous just hits like an absolute animal. Still got to watch out, obviously, for Drogon. He does some crazy damage. So this is against Leia. I do have some footage against Jabba as well. I'm not sure if Maddock actually tried this against Jabba, but Grievous was a kind of a mild counter to Jabba when he first came out, when Jabba first came out. But of course, because of Datacrons, Jabba's been able to stay free from Grievous's clutch. And let's see, I think this is another. We'll do one more Leia one, and then I'll show you a Jabba one. The big catch with Leia is there's only really a few certain comps you can try this against. Toxic Leia is probably the easiest one because there's no tanks. The best one to be. And some people still place it, but because of the Leia's Datacron, Drogon's Datacron ages ago. But it's not a good comp anymore. The meta comp is Old Ben and I think Captain Rex. Even Kanan instead of Captain Rex is still a good team. But yeah. Yeah, it's so good though. I can't wait actually to do this in 5v5 GAC because I can imagine people just putting down, splitting their CLS maybe, because you don't need too many teams in 5v5 to be honest. So again, we lost B2 in this battle, but we're still gonna pull through. Yeah. For those people who own Trench, myself included, I don't love using Nuke Gunray here because I lose my Trench team. So this was a pretty messy one. But yeah, again, so I didn't actually try this with Droideka. Having said that, you could probably try it with either BB-8 or Droideka. But the problem is you're not going to get that full advantage of Nuke Gunray's unique ability where he double hits the debuffed enemies with Viceroy's Reach. Go read his unique ability and you'll understand why. Because with Nuke Gunray, we're getting like extra hits on our target lock, which means extra turn meter. And for the Datacron, you're getting extra critical damage as well. So Nuke Gunray plays a real important part to this. And I might go try it maybe after a stream using... Oh, we lost this one. So there you go. Let's see if we can go back here. So what went wrong in this battle for it to go wrong? Yeah, Chewbacca just did like a massive AoE. And because we've still got an entire team down and Grevious is not really looking too hot, it's basically a loss. So you can lose against this. It's not a done deal, but it's a cheap count if you get to pull it off. So let's move off Leia. Let's go to something more spicy. Let's check out a Jabba battle. I'm not sure how many videos of this I've got, but so let's just go not as fast. Let's just do it at 1.5. So the biggest issue with Jabba is thermal detonators. Now, because we gain so much max health over the course of the battle, like even a couple thermal detonators on Grevious will just kill him off, because he gains so much max health. So, as you can see here, we've got, in the early parts of the game, getting thermals is not too bad. But as you... I don't know if I've still kept the videos, but so that Jabba throw right there can be the death of Grievous. Potentially. So look how low he got there. Half health. So if you can imagine any lower than that... Again, look at him right there. How many did he have there? One? Did he have one? See, that one thermal got him right down to red health. So because you're gaining so much max health in this battle, that one thermal could kill you off. So you've got to run a huge train, knock down the allies, knock down Chrysanthemum, and kill Jabba. Look at this big hit coming up from Grievous here. 500,000. So it can work, don't get me wrong. But you just have to be really careful of those thermals. Let's see, do I have another battle here for Grievous? Maybe this might be another Leia battle. Let's see. Yeah, another Leia battle. So, yeah, I think that's the only footage I got of Jabba, but I was able to beat Leia and Jabba with Grievous. Now, is it consistent? By no means it's not. But is it cool? Sure. If you're like in the gutter and you need something budget, and Grievous is not really great on defense, this is great. If you need something to get through a Jabba and you don't have my Thrawn team, you don't have maybe SLKR, Kenobi, whatever it is, this is great. I even think a cleanup would be fine. Again, against a Leia team that's on the weaker side, another great option to use against. But guys, come back in the comments, write down your thoughts on it. Go check out Madoc's YouTube channel. He's got some great stuff. I actually want to try this in Territory Wars, what he did with his Grievous. But till next time, guys, I will post later tonight a video of my Thrawn team doing something pretty freaking cool. So keep up to date with that, guys, and I will see you I will see you later tonight, but when GAC starts back up next week. So get your 5v5 pants on, remember all the counters, and yeah, strap in because I can't wait. So Till later tonight, guys. I will see you then. Have a good one. Bane out as usual.